I'm so glad you could make it, Suzette. I'm always multitasking in the background. And I was getting to be a little bit frazzled because I was like, oh, this is going to take a long time.
Well, I was like, all of a sudden, boom, it came back on. I was like, oh my God, let me jump
That's
in the
good.
shower since now I have light. And I
Hello,
can
Miss
open my
Rafia.
refrigerator.
Rafia. Oh, I got to get it right.
Hello, everyone. Good to
Oh,
see
so
Hey,
good
there
to
she
see
is.
you. Will you be sharing any slides today?
No, I just had the fact sheet. I think I sent over
Okay.
in lieu of time. Yeah.
Okay. So what I'll do is I will edit that in. And so I just kind of want to go over one. Good morning, Giovanna. So I just kind of want to go over the same tips I gave, because now I think we have everybody who responded that they wanted to do their 3-minute segment.
Okay.
So you'll get 3 minutes. Those that have said they have some slides that they want to share, I've already given them co-hosting abilities. So just the tips that I have is build in a little bit of silence at just, at least 3 seconds. When you go to pull up your slides and you're going through the process of going to full screen or making those last minute adjustments, just, kind of do that silently. It's definitely okay if you need to check with us to make sure that we see everything okay. Once you get into your presentation, before you start, just take a deep breath so you have a clean start. I can edit out any hiccups or mistakes that you may make, but what I can't do is edit if you're talking over it. So all you have to do is just take a deep breath, count to 3, and begin again at whatever point you need to begin again. Then Suzette, once they close, I'll ask that you also kind of give that 1 or 2 second before you begin again as you're doing your introductions and everything else, so that I can easily cut the videos without trying to, find a safe space. Once I edit them, I will include, if you've sent any flyers or information like that, I will include a link to those flyers in the video. So we should be fine. And Suzette, I do have some submissions from a few people who weren't able to get online today, but I can record those at my own convenience. So we won't kind of,
Okay.
we won't take up the time with that today. So
Okay.
I am recording this on YouTube so that I can go back and grab it for the edit. I'm going to go off camera so I can focus on the technical support part. So I'm going to leave you guys here. Thank you so much for participating and agreeing to do this. I think this is going to be a really great project. Thank you.
Okay. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining our Zoom party. I am Lion Suzette Logan, the Director of Resource Development at the National Provider Network, Land 53, the Illinois chapter, sponsored by the Family to Family, the Illinois chapter of Federation of Children's Mental Health. At the National Provider Network, we strive to bridge the gap between people and resources, bringing together organizations, schools, and agencies to support the community, local and national. We are a professional network aimed at breaking down and erasing barriers to education, health, physical and mental, and supporting economic stability for youth and their families. Locally, the National Provider Network represents the townships of Bloom, Brennan, Rich, and Thornton. And each month, the National Provider Network works toward the goal of increasing access to educational and mental health support by highlighting innovative services, programs, and presenters who address mental health, well-being, social emotional learning, along with economic and community development. So this month, so everybody get comfortable, get your drinks, your tea, your soda, your water, and we're going to get this party started. So this month, what we're going to do is this meeting will be a virtual resource fair. And you all have had instructions for Kimberly. So I will introduce each of you. You have 3 minutes to talk about your agency, organization, or program. And these segments will be edited so that they can promote, so that we can promote them via social media, YouTube. We recommend the following format: introduce yourself, your title, the name of your organization, then present a summary of your services, ages, types of services, payment, and then your contact information. And then what will happen is that Kimberly, who is our wizard, will upload all of the information after you send over your flyers or your brochures, and then it'll be archived in our digital folder, and we will present it for people to get information about your organization and your contact information. So we're going to get this party started, and we're going to start with Marlo Ingram. Welcome, my darling.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Marlo Ingram, and I am an author. I have written the book Scarred. It's about abuse from past traumatic experience. The first book, though, because I intend to write many of the series, I started with the parents, because parents are like the first people that we meet when we come into this world, other than the doctor. And so I started the book about parents, foster parents, step parents, or any caregiver that took care of the child and that the child went through any type of abuse. Now, Scared, our main focus is dealing with mental and emotional side of a person. And what I mean by that is that deep-rooted, suppressed anger and resentments that people have coming up, and they never got that issue resolved. They never talked about it. And so when I decided to write this book, I dove into the physical abuse, sexual, verbal, even abandonment issues, because we all have went through something in our lives. Maybe everyone has went through things with their parents. That's why I'm going to be having different series on siblings, how, maybe that abuse came through a sibling or another family member, or even school bullying, or even church hurt, or spouses. So this is going to really just go, with every situation you can think of. I intend to write even more. So I took the time to write this first one, and I know that it will encourage people to start their healing journey. And so not only did I write a book, but I also am on Facebook. You can get me on Facebook at Scarred, SCARRED, 23 info. Okay, that's the page on Facebook. It's also on Instagram as well. The my email address is Scarred, SCARRED, 23info@gmail.com. So you can email me if you want any type of information for the books and or anything, because I also have a group, okay, on Facebook that I always come in and chime in until I can start find a decent facilities for me to have in-person groups. Okay, but so far the group on Facebook is just Scarred, SCARRED. Okay, so this is the book right here. And you probably can't see the word Scarred in between the scar, but this is the book right here. I sell my books only for $10 because I wanted everyone to get a chance to get the book so that they can start their journey, so I didn't want it to be too expensive. But you can also get my book at Amazon. So on Amazon, you can you type up SCAR, but you have to type in my name because there's other authors that have books called SCAR, but mine, you have to type out my name, which is Marlo Ingram, and that's MarloIngram. So once you type that in, you'll see the book come up. Not only do I have this book in English, I also have this book in Spanish. So if other people, that's like the second number one language in America. So if people that don't speak the language, you can still share the information. And so I just know that it's, so important that we deal with our mental and our emotional selves, because the abuse that causes resentment towards other people, we need to resolve that, because resentments can lead to negative emotions, which can turn into mental health issues like anxiety and depression, right? And I see a lot, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. I see people lash out in violence acts and all different type of suicidal thoughts and everything else because of past traumatic experiences, right? And so we want to be able to combat that, through the literature and through actions. So I'm sure I'll be back with further information as I build the different, sites where I want to have in-person groups, but also I am a speaker, I am a minister as well. So if anyone needs to contact me for that, my number is 708-770-9463. So yes, I will come to your organization. I will speak to the children. I will give them some tools and coping tools that they can use so that they can begin their healing process.
Oh, Margot, thank you so much.
Thank you
so much. Listen, because I was going to ask you, were you local? Because if you don't want to get the book off of Amazon or whatever, where else could we buy it? So thank you so much for giving your phone number. I've written that down. And
yes, you can get it through me too. I have like 100 copies.
Okay, that will work. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you. And we appreciate, okay. Wait, there's a question. There's a question
Marlo,
from Mr. Giovanna.
Marlo, can you give that number again?
Yes, 708-770-9463.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much. And you were almost at 3 minutes, Marlo. You just went over a little bit, but it's all good, baby.
I was trying to cut it down.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so next up we have Tanya Brown. Welcome, my darling. How are you?
I'm fine. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday Eve. I am going to share. Uh-oh.
Look at that, Tanya. Look at that. We see it.
Okay. So my name is Tanya Brown, and I work for Larabita Children's Advocacy Center, and we are located in Park Forest, Illinois. My position there is a training and outreach specialist. I started off there as a forensic interviewer. And what Larabita Children's Advocacy Center does is that we interview children that experience some type of abuse, and also adults with intellectual disability, whether it's physical abuse, sexual abuse, maltreatment, or witness to violent crimes. Our center this year for 2023, we have interviewed a total of 648 children, along with adults with disability that have experienced some type of abuse. And we work with Municipal District 6, which consists of Cook County State's attorneys, all of the detectives in the area, all the South Suburban area detectives, DCFS, and Christ Hospital. They are the ones that we partner with for them to see SANE nurses for medicals. And so the reason for Larabita Children's Advocacy Center is that we have the purpose of it, rather, is for children to be interviewed just one time. And so back in the day when it first started, is that without the CAC, they would talk to many people. And so with children, as we all know, when you talk to so many people, your story gets mixed up a little bit. And so now the purpose now is that we have this CAC where they only talk to one person, which in the past will be me as a forensic interviewer, but we have many others here now, where they would do it one time with the forensic interviewer, while the multiple disciplinary team, which I told you about was the detective, DCFS, and state's attorneys, they watch it on a video camera in a separate room. And so, well, on a TV screen. And so they're able to see what the child is saying in this very child-friendly place where they are able to talk with the forensic interviewer. And so we also have we have advocates here where they work with the family and the children. They provide services for them, whereas if they need counseling, if they have suicidal ideation, whatever services that they need, the advocates will provide the support for the families to the end of the case, all the way until it goes to court. Sometimes we will support the families by attending the courts with the children and the family, because that's a hard thing for children to have to get on the stage to talk about what has happened to them while the alleged offender is sitting in the courtroom with them. It's very difficult for them. And so I just wanted to show this slide here of the interviews that we've done. 2023 was the highest that we've done so far. And as we're going now in 2024, it looks like that we may exceed that. And so I want to bridge over to the next program that we have. And the reason that we started this program is because we're learning that children don't know what to do to keep themselves safe. And so we started a training outreach program where we use a curriculum where we go inside of the schools and we teach through this curriculum, Safer, Smarter curriculum, where we teach children and staff and parents on how to keep their children safe, on what to do, what to recognize if they see their children's behavior change. We also go into the churches as well. We also talk about human trafficking, which is rising in the community in the South Suburban area. I don't want to name any of the suburban areas that we really had some issues with human trafficking for young girls, and even some boys we've even had coming here that was interviewed. And so we want to educate, especially our teenagers, about it. And DCFS and law enforcement just took in grooming, because grooming is a part of human trafficking where children are actually being abused. And so now we're doing home visits to children that have experienced human trafficking. And so we're providing that one-on-one support with them. We also have an advocate that does CSEC, which is another thing, which is pornography. So pornography is a big thing as well. And so our main goal here is to educate our parents, our staff, and our children on keeping them safe, because we don't want our numbers to continue to rise. If we are at 648 in 2023 and we're halfway there in 2024, that means we still have a whole lot of work to do. So if you all have any areas that need this education, my contact information is here. This is my email address. I hope you can see it. tabrown@larabita.org. My contact number here in the office is 708-481-9799. And all of the services that we're offering is absolutely free 99. So if anyone is interested, if you know that your school needs these services, that they need to be educated on what to do to keep them safe. We even talk about internet safety. That is such a big deal in our African American community as well. And cyberbullying, sextortion, sexting, all of those things are issues for, especially for teenagers. And so we just want to educate them on safety. We are now in the schools in Harvey right now, District 147, 150. We're working on 152 right now, and we have 205, which is Thornton Township. And so if you all need any additional information, please contact me. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Tanya. Can you give your email address and phone number again, just to make sure that people got it?
Absolutely. My email address is T as in Tom, A Brown at Larabida, LARABIDA.org. My office number here is 708-481-9799.
Thank you so very much. And we were not able to see all of your screens, but that's okay. That's okay. Kimberly is going to, because she's a wizard, she's going to take care of it. So don't even worry about it. We got the phone number, we got your email address, and Kimberly will be in touch with you about getting those other screens that we didn't actually see. But thank you. And I really like that. What is that? 99 free?
Free 99. It's
free 99. I love that. I'm going to use that. Okay. All right. The next person we have is, thank you, and thank you, Tanya. The next person we have is Sharon Rouse. Sharon?
Hello.
Hey.
Thank you. I'm going to share my screen.
Okay.
Sharon, let's just make, okay, there we go.
Well, that's not my first slide. Okay. Hello, and thank you for this opportunity. My name is Sharon Rawls. I am the president and CEO of Your Career Tapestry. We are a nonprofit organization that seeks to help students and adults find their ideal career path by honing in on their unique skills and interests. Our motto is aspire, connect, and explore. Our goal is to help students and adults empower their aspirations, broaden their horizons, and forge meaningful connections. Through immersive experiences and valuable resources, our program offerings at both levels are designed to help students and individuals understand their communication style, become effective leaders at any level, and ultimately lead to self-awareness and empowerment in achieving their life and career goals. Our professional development programs for adults include team building, leadership skills, training masterminds, group and individual coaching, as well as lunch and learn sessions. And so today I just want to show you some slides of our signature program for students in grades 6 through 12 called Mosaic. We recently concluded a 2-year program where we did career exploration in 3 middle schools in under-resourced communities. And so we typically start off with talking about the student's personality style, because you need to know who you are in order to know where you're going. And so we use DISC, which stands for dominant, steady, influencing, and compliant. And so this, we explain to the students that even though you have one personality style shows up more than the others, you're basically a combination of all 4. And with the personality styles, we also show them the careers that correspond with those different personality styles. And so post-secondary education students do research on the various colleges and careers that they would like to pursue. And we also have at the end, when we do our celebration, we ask the students to wear the t-shirts of the colleges that they would like to go to. So here you can see the students at the 3 schools where we were at that are wearing their t-shirts. We also focus on mindfulness and self-regulation because we know that emotions play a big part with teens and adolescents. And so I am a 200-hour registered yoga teacher. And so I actually take the students through a 30-minute yoga class, which they absolutely love. And it's surprising to me that the boys actually love the yoga classes more than the girls. And so this year, we're actually implementing something new with our programs. We have the Emotional Intelligence Journal. We have them for the students in grades 3 through 12, as well as for the adults. And so the Emotional Intelligence Journal is the journal for adults, and My Feelings Matter Journal is the one for the students. And as you can see, we talk about the feelings wheel for both and their coloring pages, and we just go through the different different weeks of showing students how to regulate their emotions and what to do in different scenarios. And there's also a community service component with the program. The students actually come up with the community service that they want to do. And right here, you can see this school, Washington, had a walking taco where they raised money for the Park District. We had some young ladies at Colmar that they did a jeans drive for the homeless. And then at Central Park, they collected toiletries school-wide for a nursing home. And they actually created their own flyers, and they actually had a committee that did different parts of the community service project. And we also had them do vision boards. Our students had never done vision boards before, and so they really got into the activity and they absolutely loved it. And then we celebrate at the end. And so they get certificates. Some students get certificates for perfect attendance. And where you see me with the students with the iPads, those are actually students where we got a grant to do it with students that are on the spectrum. And so that was very exciting. They were so excited to get the iPads. I was part of the celebration. Part of their requirement is to attend where they actually got iPads. And so this is my contact info. My name again is Sharon Rawls. My email address is srawls@yctapestry.com. We have a website, which is sort of under construction. It's yctapestry.com. My phone number is 708-733-6838. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. We really appreciate that, and especially about the vision board. You can't see it, but over to my left is my vision board on my wall. So thank you so very much. We appreciate that, and we appreciate everything that you're doing, and it looks very, very exciting.
Thank you. I really enjoy it.
So next up, we have Kevin Brown. Hey, Kevin.
Hello, how's everyone doing?
Good.
My name is Kevin. I'm with Varsity Tutors, and I'm a director of educational partnerships. And one of the things that Varsity Tutors has been doing is we've been offering our platform access to school districts throughout the state of Illinois at no cost for 6 years. So what I'm going to do is kind of share a screen here, and it'll give you a little bit more detail on the platform access. But it is our way of providing equitable support for students that may not otherwise be able to get it or can afford it. Our services are, our platform access is a no-cost platform. And then, of course, we have our paid services. But what we're doing is we're offering a no-cost platform to every school district. And one of the things in doing this is that school districts are the ones that have to enable the platform. So even though this is a free resource, your school district leaders are the ones that are going to have to enable it. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and share my screen here, and I'll give you a little overview of it. Let me know if everyone can see that. So what we have here is it's basically our 6-year platform access for all school districts. One of the good features on it is we do offer our 24/7 on-demand chat tutoring, which can be provided in either English or Spanish. This is an excellent resource for students, especially those students that are at home or after hours. I don't know how many parents or how many adults here know Algebra 2 expressions, but if you have a child that needs support at home and maybe they're working on algebra, they can actually sign on anytime, 24/7. They can submit a question to a live instructor on the other end. It's chat-based, and they can engage with that instructor. This is what it would look like. So if they're working on this equation here, they can actually chat back and forth, and they also have this live interactive whiteboard they can work with with the tutor. It also offers on-demand essay reviews, so a student can submit an essay and they will get feedback within 48 hours. The instructor on the end looks at content. They do not provide an essay for you, but they'll look at the grammar, they'll look at the content, the spelling, punctuation, the resources that were used. It does have a plagiarism detection software on it, and that software will basically detect and see if there's been any plagiarism. If it hasn't been any plagiarism, then they'll get feedback on their essay within 48 hours. There's test prep and enrichment subjects. So these are some of the subjects that students can learn. One of the biggest ones are like code verse. So if you have those students that are interested in coding, they can learn to do coding. This is a huge one, especially in the state of Illinois, now that your 11th graders are required to pass the ACT. So there's actually ACT, SAT, and PSAT college readiness courses and prep classes, live group classes they can participate in. They can do comprehensive self-study and assessments that'll generate a recommended lesson plan. Then you have celebrity-led STAR courses, which are different courses that are designed to give or that are designed for students that have an interest in, maybe it's art or drawing, or they're interested in astronomy. Those classes are also offered as well. So that's what the platform access is being given to all school districts. It's available for up to 6 years. So June 30th of 2030, any school district in the state of Illinois will have access to this platform, but it is up to the district leaders, those that are able to sign off on something like this. Those are the ones that would have to sign off on this. If you want any more information, my email is Kevin, it's KEBEN .brown@varsitytutors.com, and my phone number is 312-914-3324. I'll also drop my information in the chat as well.
Kevin, thank you so very much. Can you give your information again, your phone number and email address?
Sure. Phone number is 312-914-3324. And my email address is Kevin, KEVEN .brown@varsitytutors.com.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm sure that there are a lot of school districts that would be interested in getting this information.com. Okay. Thank you, Kevin. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
So next up, we have Alexis. Hey, Alexis, and welcome.
Hey, how are you? Thank you. All right. So yeah, my name is Alexis Katika, and I'm one of the college recruiters here at Kennedy King College. Kennedy King is one of the 7 city colleges of Chicago. And at Kennedy King, we're located on 63rd and Halsted in Inglewood, and we have over 65 different degree and certificate programs. Each city college has a center of excellence, and at Kennedy King, our centers of excellence are our Dawson Technical Institute, which is our construction technology program, so like plumbing, overhead electrical, gas utility, construction masonry, construction carpentry, things of that nature, as well as our Washburn Culinary and Hospitality Institute, which houses our programs for culinary arts, hospitality management, and our baking and pastries program. Beyond that, we also have our Tech Launchpad, which is a program we have for students that are interested in game design, app development, cybersecurity, things of that nature, and they provide them with hands-on experience with that, as well as going on trips to actually seeing where these companies are run and how they kind of run their daily basis. And in terms of financing, we have a couple options. We do have financial aid, which is a good option, as well as our foundation scholarship, which is one scholarship that you apply for, and it applies you to dozens of different scholarships, as well as payment plans. So if you want to kind of break down that payment, you don't have to pay everything in one lump sum. It's $153 per credit hour, which is a pretty big discount from if you go straight to a big university. We also have our STAR scholarship, which is available to all CPS students with a 3.0 or above. Our option scholarship, which is students who graduate from option schools. Our CHA partners in education. So if anybody is part of the Chicago Housing Authority, that is an option that can get fully funded for school or partial funding through that, as well as our Statesman scholarship for anybody who's their first time going to college. We can have you pay for your, we'll pay for your first semester here at Kennedy King. And my information is, my phone number here is 773-602-5245. And if you want to shoot me an email, my email here is agatica3@ccc.edu. And once again, yeah, we're located on the corner of 63rd and Halsted, 6301 South Halsted. If you want to come out to campus and get a tour, I can provide you with a tour, or just get some more guidance to applying and getting enrolled in your classes. Thank you.
Thank you, Alexis. And I just, you know what? I have a friend who works there, Dr. Dion Gavin. Do you know her?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so, and each month I send her an email about joining our Zoom meeting. So I am so happy that you are here.
I'm
So
glad to be
thank you
here.
very much for joining us. If you let Dion know that Suzette sends good greetings to her,
I will definitely
appreciate that. And then one more time, just give your information just to make sure that we got it.
Yeah, I'll throw it in the chat too, but my phone number here is 773-602-5245. And my email is agatica3@ccc.edu.
Thank you so very much. We appreciate
Thank
you. And come back next month.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have Miss Giovanna Smith. Giovanna?
Good morning, everybody. Giovanna Smith, DCFS, Resource and Recruitment. And I do want to take this opportunity to thank Kim and Suzette for making sure that our resource fair at both our Emerald office and Harvey office was a success. So thank you all so much for your assistance with that. But my role at DCFS is to find foster parents and secure resources. And I want to tell you, this has been such a wonderful meeting. I have written all this stuff down to share with our DCFS workers so that we can make sure that they have this information to help our children in care. But if anybody want to know anybody that want to be a foster parent, please provide them with my information. And my telephone number is 312-639-9800. And thank you so much for this time and space.
Thank you, Giovanna. Always a pleasure, my sister. Next up, we have Kelly. Kelly?
Hi, good morning, everybody. I'm going to be short and sweet, just like Giovanna.
Very good.
Kelly Tavermina, I am the nurse supervisor of the Nurse Family Partnership Program at Metropolitan Family Services. So our program is designed specifically for low-income, first-time pregnant persons. They enroll during their pregnancy, and once they enroll, they get assigned a nurse, and they get a free nurse for almost 2.5 to 3-ish years, depending on how early they are in their pregnancy when they enroll. Then they graduate the program when their baby turns 2. So we do in-home visits with them. We have met our clients other places, though. It doesn't have to strictly be in home, because I know we're still in that weird space after COVID where people are leery about other people coming into their homes. So there's definitely things we can do to work around that. We are in the process of applying to actually be able to take non-first time parents. So we should have a decision about that pretty soon. So I will come back to the next meeting and hopefully have an update for you guys. That would actually open up our eligibility quite a bit if we could take multips. So people who are on a second, third, fourth subsequent pregnancy, and also late enrollment. So one of our requirements right now is they have to enroll before they hit the 29th week of pregnancy. We are also applying to be able to take them at any point during pregnancy, as long as it's before they deliver. So hoping to have a positive update for everybody that we can extend those rules and be able to take those different clients into our program. But if anybody has questions, you can reach out to me. Obviously, my last name is a nice, big, long Italian last name. So my email is taverminak@metrofamily.org. And then my phone number is 331-233-3084. And I did send over a flyer to Kimberly as well. And if you ever have any questions, please feel free to email me. If you forget all my information, you can just call Metropolitan Family Services and find me through their directory as well.
Thank you, Kelly. It is always a pleasure seeing you and your beautiful smile. Thank you so much. And tell all my peeps over at Metropolitan I said hello. Okay, next up we have Kathleen. Hey, Kathleen.
Hi. So thanks for having me on. My name is Kathleen McGowan. I am the outreach coordinator for the Cook County Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force, which is run through the state's attorney's office. I've been part of the task force for just about 15 years now. Things have changed like crazy, so there's always something new happening. But we are actually one of 61 task forces across the country that work together to keep kids safe through prevention, investigation, and prosecution. Crimes that we work on are grooming, traveling, where people are coming from other states and other places to have relationships with our kids, child trafficking, sextortion, online enticement, and of course, cyberbullying and child sexual abuse material. So we kind of run the gamut. We have right now, I believe, 82 police departments in Cook County. CPD is definitely one of them. We work with the Sheriff's Department very closely, Homeland Security, the FBI. So what we offer to the community are presentations. We do presentations for children. I've worked with kids as young as pre-K. Pre-K through 2, we have animated programs that keep the kids engaged while they're learning basic internet safety. And then we go all the way up through 12th grade. We also do community presentations for parents, for school staff. I've been, lucky enough to work with a lot of church groups. We also do events, which I've been seeing Suzette and Kimberly at a lot lately. So anytime somebody might have a table open that they need to fill some space, feel free to give us a call. We bring out internet safety information and fun giveaways as well. So all of our programs that we have are free to schools in the community. We are available pretty much anytime we need to go out. My direct line is 312-492-3176. My email is Kathleen.McGowan, and it's Kathleen with a K, at sao.org. And we'd be happy to come out wherever you guys need us. And thanks for giving me the opportunity. And I did send a flyer in too.
Thank you, Kathleen. One more time
Sure.
on the email and the phone number.
The phone number is 312-492-3176. The email is kathleen.mcgowan@cookcountysao.org.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next up, we'll have Danielle. So happy you could make it.
Yes, hi. Good morning,
Hey.
everyone. I am just going to quickly read a quick little some information about myself and my organization. Let me get everything there. Okay, so I am ready. So I am Danielle Smith Brent, and I am the Executive Director / CEO of Creative Connections Youth Outreach. So we are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. So our primary focus is violence prevention. And our mission is to build safer and more resilient communities. So we are dedicated to fostering environments where individuals can live free from the threat of harm, with a strong emphasis on mindfulness, work-life balance, financial education, and conflict resolution. Our organization offers a range of innovative programs and services designed to support individuals from kindergarten through 12th grade, as well as adults. Our comprehensive approach ensures that we cater to the diverse needs of the communities we serve. Our services include mental health support services, conflict resolution, social emotional learning, financial literacy, health and wellness, self-defense training, mentorship programs, educational workshops and seminars, as well as wellness workshops and seminars. So if you guys are interested in exploring a partnership with us, I will put in a chat a intake form that you guys can complete so that we can tailor a interview so we can talk about basically how we can further work together to offer services. We do offer free and discounted services. We can start offering services to the Phoenix Township area. That's going to start next month. So I'll put all of my contact information in the chat, but if you guys want to follow us on social media, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn and Instagram at Creative Connections Youth Outreach. And creative is spelled with a K. Connections is spelled KINNECTIONZ. And our contact information is 312-857-5143. Email for me directly is Danie, DANIE, at creativeconnections.org or admin@creativeconnections.org. I'll also link all this stuff. I have it on the flyer and I'll also put it in the chat for you guys.
Thank you, Danielle. Can you just give me your phone number one more time, that 312 number?
Yep, 312-857-5143.
Thank you so very much. I am so glad that you were able to finish with your appointment and join us. Happy to see your smiling face. So thank you, and come back next week. I mean, next month. Okay, so next up, we have Rafia Maxey. Rafia?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can, loud and clear, baby.
All right. Well, first, I want to thank everyone, especially the network, for this invitation to talk today. My name is Rafia Maxey Cole. I'm the founder and executive director of Soul Survivors of Chicago. Soul Survivors of Chicago is a project that I never thought I would start because of what I experienced as a licensed clinical social worker and a mother. I never thought that the word suicide would be part of my life, but on May 27th, 2020, I lost my son by way of suicide. His name was Jamal. He was 19 years old. It was the worst day of my life. But I decided to take my pain and turn it into purpose. So Soul Survivors of Chicago, spelled SOUL, comes out with the understanding that mental health and suicide prevention is important, particularly in the Black community, and there's a need to silence the stigma as it relates to the topic of suicide and mental health. We do three things, and we are priding ourselves to do them well. The first thing that we endeavor in with Soul Survivors is, of course, our outreach. We go into those, what we call resource deserts, and we look for places that we can provide mental health resource kits. So if you have any partnerships with businesses, local corner stores, all the way down to, your own organization that would like to get the materials as it relates to suicide prevention and security stuff, we would love to partner with you. Another thing that we offer is a support group called We Are One. We Are One is a virtual support group offered every first and third Wednesday of the month on a Zoom platform. And it allows for persons who have lost someone by way of suicide or trauma be with a network of persons, particularly of African American descent, and be able to talk and have support related to their loss and how they navigate their grief. So we offer this and would love for persons to be involved and spread the word on that. In addition to that, we work really hard to collaborate with the schools and local organizations to speak and talk about the importance of mental health and suicide prevention. And we do this through avenues, whether it's our media platform, where we have a YouTube page that allows us to promote our information. And we have, of course, 2 documentaries that have been highlighted and are available for persons and private viewings if you're interested, to talks about the subject matter and engages discussion. And in 2025, we're proud to say we're going to go back and relaunch our financial support for persons who have been impacted by a suicide. Upon the need, we're able to provide financial assistance at a certain cap number for those who have experienced that loss, and during that time of bereavement, be able to comfort with the support of maintaining their life as they continue with the grief. So we have that continuing in 2025. In addition to that, just a host of things that we want to make sure you know of to kind of learn more about this subject and kind of connect with us. We have our CAN TV show, which is Breaking the Silence, and it is running on the YouTube platform that you can see the 12 episodes, as well as a Generation Survivor Squad that is a group of youth, and we always like to invite other youth throughout the city of Chicago to join us. And they're an advisory board that gives us information about the culture and the context and the climate as it relates to mental health in the youth, and provide our board with next directions on where we go with that. So in order to get in touch with us and learn more and just have conversations, I always answer my emails and would love to hear from you. So please reach out at ssofchicago@gmail.com. In addition to that, we are with a website, which is Soul, SOUL, of Chicago, Soul Survivors of Chicago. Sorry about that. SoulSurvivorsOfChicago.com. Let me say that again, SoulSurvivorsOfChicago.com. And then we're all on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn at Soul Survivors of Chicago. And we have a Facebook group for mothers who have lost a child by way of suicide that if you have anyone who's interested can join as well. With that being said, my phone number is area code 708-374-0428. And I look forward to partnering and connecting and talking with you soon. Have a great day.
Rafia, thank you. Give that phone number one more time.
Yes, it's 708-374-0428.
And I just like to say that I watched several episodes on CAN TV, and I'm glad to hear that it is on YouTube because they were very informational and educational. So thank you so very much for joining us. We
Thank you for
appreciate
having
you
me.
and everything you do.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
So last but not least is my friend, Felicia Houston. Felicia, there you go.
I am here. I'm driving though, so
Okay.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Felicia Houston, and I'm a mental health consultant. And what I do is the work that I do is I do presentations, I do professional development. I've done several presentations, I think, for several of the organizations that are represented here. Hey, Rafia, just quickly, just to give a plug, Rafia and I had the opportunity to go to Maryland to participate in a Black Youth Suicide Academy. And so we went to represent the state of Illinois, and it was an awesome experience. But now we've been tasked with doing the work to lower the suicide rate in the state of Illinois for Black youth. So it was awesome to meet Rafia, and I look forward to doing some work. So again, if you need a mental health consultant, someone to do presentations, I'm available. And we just had a girls' conference on Saturday. Suzette, I looked at the old pictures and I was like, Suzette wasn't there this year. But anyway, it was awesome. It was awesome. We had over 40 girls. Kim was integral in that. And it's a SEL group specifically for girls where we build up leaders. And next year, our theme is going to be STEM, where we're going to focus on STEM careers for the girls. So again, if you need a mental health consultant, I am the person, and my website is FeliciaMarieHouston.com, and my email address is FeliciaMarieSpeaks at gmail.com. So thank you so much, Suzette, because I was trying to get in and out while I was driving, but I'm safe. I'm not driving and trying to do this at the same time. I did pull over. So
Thank you. We appreciate it. One more time with the email address.
my email address is FeliciaMarieSpeaks at gmail.com.
Thank you, Felicia. Miss you, girl.
Miss you too.
So, you know what? This has been wonderful. And last but not least, for real, is Kimberly. And I want you to introduce yourself. And we're just about out of time. Kim, come on, girl.
Okay, everybody. So I am a respecter of time, so I will not do a complete whole spiel, and I'll edit mine in the background, and I'll send it out to everyone. But I definitely want to thank you all for participating today. One of the things that we try to do is to be creative in our outreach. And we represent an area with a lot of service deserts, meaning there are complete communities that don't have a health center, they don't have any mental health resources. And, and so we're just looking at ways that we can use what we have, meaning our resources, our talent, and our skills, to make sure that we're bridging the gap between the people and the resources. So Family to Family is a family-run organization, which means that the majority of our board members, the staff that we work with, the volunteers, have some sort of lived experience around mental health or the criminal justice system, child welfare. And so we bring a unique perspective in all that we do. Our main services are advocacy. As Felicia mentioned, we do work with a lot of organizations to sit in, whether we're looking at tools for evaluation or data collection, with the goal of making sure that we're elevating youth and family voice. We believe that until we can incorporate the lived experiences of those that we serve, then we're always running the risk of missing the mark regarding the services that we're offering versus the services that are really needed. We do also work with Lions Clubs International to host the Leo Club program, which is a youth leadership program. That program is mobile, meaning that we come to your site to do the program. It's available for youth ages 12 to 18. The program centers on social and emotional learning, aimed at children using those skills towards leadership and service to others. We incorporate drug prevention, service learning, and civic engagement. Our other program that we do is called the Good Vibes Pop-Up Cafe, and that is our unique and creative approach to community outreach and to engaging community at the grassroots level. We incorporate things that are culturally relevant, such as dance or art or even drumming, to blend the educational experience with something that's hands-on, with the goal of giving people a tool that they can then take home to use to engage their families, to reduce stress, as well as sort of breaking the monotony of a traditional workshop or a traditional community education event. And we have a wonderful team. Suzette has been a godsend. She's our mental health services consultant. So Suzette is our go-to when we hear from other organizations that are looking to provide a need for a family that they may be servicing, because we understand that as we're working with families, we can't be all things to all people, which is why it's important for us to come together as a network so that we're able to have these other resources in our toolkit for the families that we're serving. We also are looking forward to bringing on an additional service, which is parent peer support. This is a service that is near and dear to my heart. And what parent peer support services provide is an advocate for that parent as they're navigating systems, meaning that we are looking to help parents become advocates for their own families, to be able to understand their roles, their rights, and their responsibilities as it relates to securing the appropriate services for their families. We also are the conveners and the coordinators for the Land 53 meeting, which is what brings us all here today. That is geared toward working alongside the Illinois Department of Children and Family Services to address disproportionality in the child welfare system. As we know, the children in the child welfare system, our Black and brown children are overrepresented, meaning that it's a higher percentage of children going into the child welfare system than is actually represented in the communities that we service. So hopefully when we come together and we have Giovanna, who has been a great supporter, these are the resources that we're able to share with her and her crew so that they're able to strengthen those families out in the community. The other thing that we're looking forward to is hosting an in-person meeting over the next couple of months. So we're looking at October. If you have a location that can host between 30 to 40 people, please let me know, and we'd love to bring the show on the road. It's been a while, but as I mentioned earlier, we really moved virtual because we have such a large service area. And when we first started doing the meetings online, there was just a few of us, and it was kind of not really the most productive thing for people to have to travel to come to a location. And now that we do have a really good network of people, we'd love to bring this show on the road and to maybe even host a meeting at maybe one of the agencies or organizations that are within the community. I will be personally editing all of your presentations, which were really good, by the way. I appreciate that. What we plan to do with it, every month we normally have the provider spotlight. We do an email newsletter that goes out. So we want to have this content because we believe in a soft handoff. And we believe that if our schools and other community stakeholders can see the same people that we're seeing and hear from your voices, what the services are that you're providing, then we just want people to reach out and bring these services closer to the families. And so those will be going out. We have a few people that I'll kind of do an honorable mention that sent in information but could not be here today. Mr. David Spellman, Positive Archer Solutions, is one of our collaborators out of North Carolina. And David does social and emotional learning from a hip hop perspective. He has a book that's available on Amazon, and his services are also mobile. So hopefully we will be able to bring him out here to do a presentation for us at one of the in-person meetings. We also have CETA. Mr. James Flagg is usually on with us. He was with us last month. So I'll be sharing the resources for that. We also have River Edge Hospital, which has been a chief supporter. Mike Rudolph has really been instrumental in making sure that we have access to a brick and mortar hospital, but also supporting a number of our in-person meetings, as well as really helping us even grow beyond the Land 53 area and providing information and resources over in Land 60. So shout out to Mike, who couldn't be with us today. And so I will be sending out a link to the Google Drive. So if you all have sent me information, flyers, brochures, that's going to be in the Google Drive. We will share that very widely because we want everybody to be able to go in and pull out those flyers for the information, as well as we'll kind of keep you guys in mind as we're also invited to a number of upcoming back to school events, community resource fairs, and open houses, because we love to see all around Land 53 National Provider Network partners at these events. It's a good feeling to walk in and see everybody off of the little box. And for those that have been on this journey with us, I really appreciate it. And thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us for this month. We're only a few minutes over, so I just want to say that we appreciate so much for all of you joining us and the information that you provided. So thank you so much, and we will see you next month. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.
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 Bye.